benze Thixo baphumle ngonaphakade ubakhanyisele ngokhanyiso olungacimiyo. Contrary to popular belief, our soldiers were deployed in the Democratic Republic of Congo to engage in a peace enforcement operation, not a routine peacekeeping mission. A peace enforcement operation, as most of you might already know, ensures that is carried out by heavily armed forces as they have to engage in non-defensive kinds of combat. How they were not properly resourced for this is absolutely beyond us. In fact, it's a dereliction of duty on the part of those who decided the mission. Facing a well-armed M23 rebels supported by the Rwandan Special Forces, our soldiers were not humiliated. They fought gallantly despite being outnumbered, outgunned, and under-resourced. However, due to dwindling ammunition and relentless attacks, they were forced to surrender and are now being held captive under very inhuman conditions. There were times during this process when they were told when to perform their ablutions, what time and why and where, which was an attempt to try and humiliate them. This, of course, in these dire circumstances, our troops are forced to ration their provisions. For an example, what they call as red packs, originally designed to provide a single meal, complete meal, are now being stretched over 2 days. This start measure underscores the chronic shortage of essential supplies, such as food and water. In fact, in some instances, they had to wait for rainwater in order for them to be able to get water and to be able to wash their clothes. We have to attend to these challenges which are faced by SANDF. One of the issues that as soldiers, unlike their counterparts from SADC nations, South African troops do not have to receive direct payments from SADC. Instead, their salaries are funneled through joint operations, a process that has unfortunately invited a lot of corruption. When an emergency hits at home, they have to pay for their own repatriation at times to attend funerals of relatives, while the opposite is true for other people who are deployed in the mission. So indeed, there needs to be a thorough investigation of how these missions are conducted, and how and whether we are going to properly resource them. To our soldiers, we must accept, I quote Martin Luther King Jr., we must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope, no matter how difficult the circumstances might be at times. Bring our soldiers back home right now.
Your time has expired.